Alright guys, what's going on? We've got the 12th war of season 24 here, and today Forloki is going to be facing SAS. We do have friends in this alliance. They are pretty much always in Masters, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the leaderboard here coming into this war. And we are currently in 3rd place at the beginning of this war, so we have to win this one to stay in 3rd. And they are right behind us, so they are actually in 4th place. You know, just a couple thousand points behind. So both teams should be trying really hard to win this war. Gonna go ahead and take a look at their map here. Nick Fury on Arc Overload and Vigorous Assault. That fight is not one that... I mean, I would take it, but I definitely wouldn't want to. I think that's really good placement. See here, Blade on path 7, that's pretty normal. The fights on path 9 here in section 1, they can both be quaked, so I'm not sure why they're there. Korg on node 23, Moleman on footloose. Moleman actually isn't very good placement on footloose because the length of time that his animation lasts, like the unstoppable, is already almost over by the time that his special animation finishes. So, alright, and then a weapon X on Rage. You know, that can be done pretty easily with Archangel or Quake. Terrax boss, it's getting a little bit more common. Kingpin on Powerful from Afar and Kinetic Transference, that's good placement. They split up a lot of the normal Omega Red fights, like kind of all over the map, so it's gonna be a little bit challenging figuring out, you know, where my lane is. I wasn't particularly thrilled about any of them, but I'm actually going to be bringing in Human Torch for this war, and I'm going to be starting off on path 3 here. This is just like a nothing node. It's diversity, it has armor and mystic wards, so you can't like nullify his buffs as easily. It doesn't matter. He does benefit from Protect, but Omega Red also does, so just knocking him down. If we do trigger Protect, which we probably won't, we'll take care of it. So here, I tried to back out of that special one, I just ended up blocking it. Just gonna go ahead and refresh our spores. And a couple people have asked, like, you know, why I almost exclusively use Omega Red. And the reason is because I have one of the only rank 3 Omega Reds in my battle group. And yeah, he's just my main war attacker. It's who I get assigned to use most. Right here I was having a ton of issues getting into this fight. I moved up right after somebody else did. I had to like force close the game, which was annoying because I had applied a combat regen boost. But either way, this is going to be a rank 3 Korg on Mixmaster and Aggression Prowess. I am comfortable with this fight. Sometimes it goes poorly if like the AI is not very kind to you, but normally, you know, it's totally fine. It's a pretty fast fight usually, which is, you know, the safest route to go in war is to take the fight as quickly as possible. Just get it over with. You know, there are other options for this node, like Apocalypse could take it, Quake could take it. A lot of champs can take this fight, but Omega I just think is the fastest because of his spore damage, so... Alright, just gonna go ahead and lock them in one more time. Finish with a special 3. And the fight's over, so you can see we're still at like 85% health, I think. Didn't lose very much there at all. And I'm boosting quite a bit for all of my fights this war. We made some mistakes early on. They made a couple mistakes early on, but we were losing this war like for almost all of it. So this is going to be a Moleman on Footloose and Kinetic Transference. You know, this can be tricky. the thing that made it tricky for me is the fact that I was out of invulnerability boosts. So I used a Power Start 1 to basically try to get to my Special 3. And let's just see how that goes. So I'm gonna lock in my Spores. Right now I'm beating him to a Special 3 on Power because he threw his Special 1. And here, I didn't really mean to parry there. I was trying to back up. Luckily, you know, I was able to finish the fight with my Special 2. But it's never safe using your Special 2 in War with Omega Red. I've been burned by that a few times. And then Path 6 in Section 2 here, this is going to be a Mysterio. It is a rank 3 6-star. I took off all of my attack masteries and just put like a 10% champion boost on so that I wouldn't trigger rage. And if you guys have ever fought Mysterio before, you know how annoying his AI is with the heavy attacks. So this fight's not going to be any different. He's going to throw a bunch of heavy attacks, and finally at the end he's going to tag me with one, which is pretty annoying. I'm just trying to keep my temperature up here. It also makes it really hard to re-parry him. I'm going to go ahead and block the Special 1 here, because I'm trying to push him to Special 2s. And as long as my temperature is over 10, I can't miss. So the Special 2 will not matter. So Human Torch with Flame On is a really good option for this fight. Here we go, he used the Special 2. So we are going to be power draining a little bit, but it's not a big deal. You can see that we're not going to miss. And the Power Sting damage is one of the only types of damage that can bypass Rage. So he used the Special 1 again, not a huge deal. Just going to back off and parry him until it's safe to attack again. And right there, he just, you know, demolished me with a heavy attack. Luckily, you know, it doesn't matter too much, but still pretty annoying. So it took me down to 35% health right there. He tried to get me again with a heavy. I was ready for it that time. I'm not sure why I wasn't ready for it the first time. And then this is just going to be a SpiderHam. I'm not sure that I think that Quake is probably a better option for SpiderHam on most nodes. But Omega works because of how small his health pool is. It's always like a really quick fight. So I'm just going to try to stay close to him here. Lock in my degen. Here he's going to throw his Special 1. I'm just going to block it. This is my last fight of the war. You know, I don't want to mess around at all. Finish the fight, super easy. So that was a very easy war for me. My battle group finished really strong. We finished with 1 death. But I think one of our battle groups struggled a little bit. So what happened is that we had 7 deaths as an alliance, and they had like 4. And it was like that when I went to bed the night before. I woke up and I think it was like 5 to 7. So they had given up 1 more. And then somebody else died, so it was 6 to 7. And if we tied them, we knew that we would be in a position, like nobody else was in a position to beat us as long as both sides cleared the map. And they went into one of their last like 4 fights, died to it. It was a really hard fight. And so we ended up tying, which actually put us in a position to finish in third place overall. There was a little bit of worry that there was another alliance made in Brazil who had matched a team who didn't have enough members to clear the entire map, so we weren't sure if like they would be able to catch up with us with nodes left up, but it looks like they were just shy, just barely shy at all. So very, very close end to the season. Overall, I think that 4Loki had a really good season. We lost to New Nation twice. We tied Kenobi, which for us is really good. And that was before their defense was weakened. So, you know, we tied with like the strongest version of Kenobi. And then we tied in this last war too, which was, you know, an exceptionally poor war for us. We usually don't die 7 times in a war. So either way, good war to SAS. I think they ended up finishing like 2nd in Masters. I think one alliance snuck ahead of them with the extra nodes left up, but either way, I will go ahead and upload my season rewards opening tomorrow, and I will see you guys in the next one.